28 pages of evidence, hard evidence, of Native American students being discriminated against within the Rapid City area school system. Oh, but 'twas only the tip of the iceberg. According to Indian Collective, for the last few years, the Indigenous community in Rapid City has been asking the Department of Justice to investigate area law enforcement, including the Rapid City Police Department and the Pennington County Sheriff's Office, for their alleged ongoing pattern of discriminating against Indigenous people. This comes on the heels of the tribe unanimously passing a resolution last Friday in which they seek justice for what they are calling systematic civil rights violations. A representative for Indian Collective in Rapid City says a lot of the alleged wrongdoings RCPD have committed against Native Americans in the past aren't talked about. She believes there needs to be more transparency and accountability from the police department. We started looking into it and saw that a lot of the data is not aligning with lived experiences of the Native people in the community. From 2021 to 2024, every person killed by police has been Native American, the Associate Director of Organizing for Indian Collective, Sunny Red Bear, said. RCPD and the Pennington County Sheriff's Office said this in a statement. The Rapid City Police Department and Pennington County Sheriff's Office are aware the Indian Collective has sought a resolution by the Ogallala Sioux Tribe Council to request a Department of Justice review of our policies and practices. This is not a new effort by Indian Collective. We have been in communication with federal agencies in recent years to indicate we would be open to any review the DOJ would see fit. We regularly open up our training, policies, and procedures to third-party entities for review, and such parties are necessary to maintain accreditation statuses. I'll tell you what I have to say about this as somebody who was formerly incarcerated in South Dakota. They would have Native American women reporting rape and then having them walk to the station after they got raped. There were women in there on school truancy charges for their children that their children's adoption dates were set before they even had any idea when the court date was. Native American women were frequently sanctioned to bed rest for the entirety of the day for minor infractions like having an extra sugar packet. I remember Native women in particular being subject to inspection of menstrual pads. It's also not rocket science. Yes, Indigenous population is the second most prominent ethnicity here in South Dakota, but not so much so that I should walk into any court hearing and see 10 Indigenous women in front of a judge to any one white woman. The math ain't mathin'. And that's just within the jail, okay? Let's talk about things that happen before they even get there. We have giving meters here. You're literally not allowed to give homeless people money. You have to give it to the giving meters or you can get cited. And they say that these giving meters give to the homeless population. But when the homeless population, or rather houseless population, which is oftentimes Native American people due to systemic oppression, go to these agencies to receive help, religion is forced upon them. And if you don't want to accept God into your life, well then fuck you. Which is coincidentally and not at all related right around the same time that they arrest them for being houseless and a disturbance to the community. I even remember when I first moved to South Dakota and there was a whole summer of Native American people being drowned left and right. Every other day there was a drowning and it was a Native American person. You know what the community's response to that was in 2004? They called it Indian tipping. Native American people are standing up, and y'all better get used to it because this shit is decades overdue.